Well, hello. You made it to the bonus May episode in honor of an extra Friday this month. As usual, you know me. I'm Jessica. I'm your host of What Happens in the Woods, the podcast. Bryce is here as well. I'm looking right at him.
Hello.
You're ready to talk our ears off.
Yes.
The bonus is you didn't know you were the one in charge today.
Sweet. Episode over. Done.
So hopefully this sounds really good. We're on our fancy new equipment.
Yay.
Fancy.
You can't see my smile.
No, he's been giggling and obsessing over it. Pretty sure he was stroking it the other night.
My precious.
Yeah. Hopefully it was worth the money. Hopefully we sound good. And
Money's no object for our listeners.
okay, well, we're not making any money off of this. We're doing this for sole enjoyment at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
Money's no object for our listeners.
Okay. I just let us know. Let us know if you hear a difference, because honestly, I'm not sure that I do. But, people in their cars and, however you listen to this, you may hear a difference. So let us know. Is it good, bad? Do we need to fine tune? We want to know. For good or bad.
Sure.
I wanted to correct something from last episode. So due to some technical things and where we were posting, we were listed on Apple Podcast twice. So it was the same episodes, same information, but one was coming from Buzzsprout and another was coming from another, I don't know, what do you call that? What is that called?
Spreaker.
Yeah. No, but what type of, what is that? Is what I'm saying.
They're hosting sites.
Hosting sites. That's what I could not think of. So we didn't realize that was happening. So there actually were some reviews from March on there that on Apple Podcasts that I didn't realize were there. So I'm sorry that I got that screwed up. I want to say thank you to those people that did that and apologize. Bryce thinks he fixed it. So if you listen to the podcast on Apple, please let us know if you're having issues so that, we know what we need to do. Because right now we're just trying to figure out how to streamline this so that it's still available where it needs to be. So,
yes.
All right. So this episode is going to be a little bit different. I see you're frowning. Why are you frowning?
Okay.
Okay. We have lovingly titled this episode, I should say, I have lovingly titled this episode, What the Fuck, Washington? I couldn't think of anything else that really just encompassed all of the strange crime stories in the state, other than just what the fuck. Yeah. So WTF. I know a couple of these you've heard of because you kind of do follow the news. So I know Bryce has heard a couple of these stories, but we're going to talk about them anyways.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. We're diving in. So the first story that we're going to talk about is out of Tacoma, about a woman who was accused of attempting to kidnap a baby. Now, I know you heard this.
Oh, yeah.
So this story came out in about February, so right before, a month before COVID-19. So February of this year, it quickly got national attention.
My sister even called me about it.
Right. Yeah. I'm pretty sure my mom or my brother said something too. So yeah, it definitely was, it managed to get out there to a lot of different places. So basically, the woman who was accused, Juliet Parker, she posted Facebook ads for free photo sessions for women in their last couple of weeks of their trimester of pregnancy, or if they had a newborn who was no more than a week old. So she was going to do, a free photo shoot.
Yeah.
She had a decent camera, so she did show up acting like she knew what she was doing, and semi legit.
Yeah.
But she also would take like selfies with the babies on her personal phone.
Okay.
Right. So at that point, not legit at all. She'd go to women's houses. She'd take the pictures. And sometimes she took her or brought along her 16-year-old daughter with her. So, I mean, it's all kind of creepy, but harmless, until they laced some homemade cupcakes with roofies, and they showed up at a new mom's door on February 2nd and tried to drug her and possibly steal her baby.
Okay.
Right. So the new mom asked Juliet and her daughter to leave when she started feeling weird. She said she was coerced into trying 2 cupcakes. Like, you know, they were forcefully like, oh, try these cupcakes. We're trying to spread out and we want to start a little side business. And, you know, can you give us some feedback? So she, you know, begrudgingly ate 2 cupcakes.
Sweet.
Right. So she starts feeling weird. She's like, hey, you guys, you got to go. The daughter and Juliet leave after they wipe down like glasses that they used and anything they touched, which is not shady as hell. No. And, you know, they take off. So she realizes, obviously she doesn't feel right. She's by herself with a newborn baby.
Yeah.
And she's looking for her house keys because she's thinking, what if I need to get to emergency services? Yeah. She can't find her house keys.
Uh-oh.
So she calls Juliet or somehow contacts her, and she's like, hey, do you have my keys? And the woman, this bitch literally was like, oh, yeah, I found them in the front yard. I'll have somebody deliver them to you. Okay.
Not smart at all.
No. So not long after that, the mom is like throwing up. She's really sick.
Yeah.
She starts like passing in and out of consciousness. So she calls 911. They get her to a hospital, and it's confirmed that she has the date rape drug in her system. So fortunately, you know, she gets the help that she needs. Her and the baby are safe. But then they start to look at Juliet.
Yeah.
And apparently she basically had been dating this guy, and she was like, all I want more in the world is a baby. So if you can find me a baby, I will marry you on the spot. But apparently that wasn't good enough. So her and her daughter decided to take matters into their own hands and go and find a baby. So they hatched up this scheme. So right now, at first she was able to make bail. It was $50,000. But then a few days later, it was raised because she was considered a flight risk. Yeah. I'm not sure if she made the $150,000. Her daughter is currently in juvie. She's being charged with the same crimes, but as a minor because she's 16. So basically it's all on hold because of COVID. So she is being charged with kidnapping, essentially. Both her and the daughter are. So I don't know the outcome yet.
But they're waiting for
They're
everything.
waiting because of COVID-19. It put a stop to everything. The sheriff's department has put out there that anybody who interacted with a woman posing as a photographer under the names Juliet Parker, Juliet Noel, or Juliet Gaines is asked to call the sheriff's department at 253-798-7724. So just putting that out there. This woman sounds like a fucking trip. She moved here about a year ago because she lost a race to be mayor in Colorado.
Okay.
Right. So she had to leave in shame, I guess. I don't know. And she has a previous record where her and an ex-boyfriend, she's had multiple exes, were trying to disarm a live grenade. So,
where did they get that? So many questions.
Right? I don't know where they got it from, but they're in a house, in a room, trying to disarm this grenade. It goes off. The dude loses 2 fingers, or they're injured very badly. She has shrapnel all in her face. But where it went off, underneath them, there was a bedroom that had I'm assuming his two small children, ages 4 and 2, I think. It didn't harm them.
Okay.
But it wasn't good. I mean, it blew a hole in the floor. So the ceiling of the bedroom where the kids were. So she's a smart cookie, that one. Mm-hmm. Right. Definitely a what the fuck. It's just really sad, though, because you think, those type of pictures are really popular right now.
Yeah.
You think you're going to get something for free, and maybe, all you're trying to do is have a lovely, lasting picture to remember your newborn baby.
Yeah.
And here's this bitch going to roofie you and steal your baby.
We'll take advantage of a vulnerable person.
Right. Yeah.
Probably couldn't afford to get like nice pictures. So, hey, I'll do it for free.
Right.
For the goodness of my heart.
Well, and you think,
have a cupcake.
What she was saying is, I'm trying to build up my portfolio.
Sure. So
you're trying to help, somebody maybe start their own business. Mm-hmm. So you think it's a win-win. Yeah. It was. And I mean, as everything, I will link like where I got the information from on the website. I'm not going to give it right now because we're going to quickly go through a few of these cases. But so there's that big way to start.
Be careful of free photos and cupcakes, people.
Everything has a price. Cupcakes always have a price. Yeah.
Just
always.
Ask questions.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So next up, we're going to go back a few years to one of the first stories of like teacher-student love that I ever remember hearing. So at the time, I was just out of high school when this happened.
Okay.
So I remember the story really well. And I think I remember thinking at the time that I heard this story, you hear about like child pornography, you hear about child rape. I don't ever remember thinking, why would an adult fall in love with a child and want to have a relationship with them? Right? It hadn't occurred to me, I guess, up until this point.
We had one at our high school.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we had a math teacher. I'm not going to say names, but a math teacher and a student. And I'm sure Googling it too. But,
oh my God.
I went to Vanden High School. So.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to name names, but.
I'm not going to name names. Well,
that's
a
year.
long time ago. I did graduate a long time ago.
Yes.
So. But yeah, we had a math teacher.
I mean, the most we ever had at my high school was teachers getting stoned out with the students down behind the stadium.
Yeah, but that's Humboldt County.
Well, yeah, but no, there was one guy who got fired because I think he grabbed somebody's boobs.
Yeah, that'll get you fired.
He was a pervert. He for sure was a pervert, but everybody loved him. Like as a teacher, everybody loved him, but he was definitely a perv.
Then he grabbed a boob, and it was
then
over the line.
Then he grabbed a boob, and that was it. Yeah, it's all very well and good while you're talking about somebody's ass in their jeans, but, the second you touch, no touchy. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I did not know that about your high school experience. Mm-hmm. All righty, then. It wasn't you, was it? Were you having a relationship with a math teacher? That's why you're not naming names?
It was a mister.
Okay. Well, hey, I don't know what happened before me.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Yep. Okay, so I remember the story, and everybody's going to know this story, but I didn't know it happened in Washington. So in 1997, nationwide news was made when Mary Kay Letourneau came up pregnant by her then 12 or 13-year-old student.
Okay, that's a little young.
Very. But what's even more sick is he was in 6th grade at that time. She actually had him as a 2nd grader as well. So she had him in 2nd grade.
Okay.
I don't know that there was a relationship at that point, of course, but then she had him as a 6th grader as a student. Mm-hmm. And that's where their relationship started.
Okay.
So she gave birth to their first daughter while away